Hey YouTube, this is Rasmussen Park Fan 62. Um, we're 24 hours away from Dollywood Smokey Mountain Christmas starting for the 2023 season. Uh, Smoky Mountain Christmas is over 2 months this year. Typically, it's around a month and a half, but it's about 2 months this year. With that being said, here are some tips and tricks for it. So let's get started. First, get there early because with this event being as big as it is, it tends to bring in the most people throughout the year. So this is one of those events you need to get there as early as you can. Um, Now, if you get the later that you go, the more unlikely one of two things are going to happen. One, um, you're gonna have to park really far away, like in sometimes toward the end of Dollywood's parking lot or into Splash Country, depending on the day. Or they say parking lot's full, you have to go to Patriots Park. Now, speaking of Patriots Park, that is the first tip. If you don't feel like dealing with that traffic, park in Patriots Park. Um, one day wristband is about $3 or so, and that wristband can get you to Dollywood and back to Patriots Park for $3 because it's 250 one way. So you're spending more going back and forth than you would just on that wristband. Plus, if you decide to leave Dollywood during the day and go do other stuff, that wristband can get you into Gatlinburg, can get you into North Pigeon Forge, and so forth. The next thing is a tasting pass. Now, I'm still looking up how much the tasting passes are at this point, but I believe they're probably going to be around $28 or so. I will put down below what it is. If you are a season pass member, they are um, going to be slightly cheaper. Um, the good thing is with the tasting pass, you can get, I believe it's 5 items on it on the pass. So you can try 5 different items from that. But the one thing I will say that I have heard, and this does make a lot of sense to do, there for the specialty drinks for this event, it makes sense just to pay out of pocket because those are only around $5, give or take. So that is the first thing. The next thing is um, depending on how you are with rides, especially roller coasters and stuff, the best thing to do is get a fast pass because those lines, especially on weekends, can get extremely long. So the fast pass can help. Now, especially on stuff like Saturdays, a lot of the time the fast pass line can be long as well. So keep that in mind. Next thing is if you have the all you can drink uh, souvenir cup, that is one of the things I highly suggest because um, with you being there throughout the day, you're going to get thirsty. So that now, unfortunately, that souvenir cup does not cover stuff like hot chocolate and coffee. I believe you have to get another cup for that. It's going to be a specialty souvenir cup for stuff like that. Now, the next thing is going to be, especially if you're planning to stay to see the lights at night, the best thing to do is, especially the closer you get to stuff like Christmas, is take your coat because it does get really chilly. You wouldn't think that, but it does get extremely chilly which brings me into this. A lot of those rides and attractions close depending on the temperature. All the coasters, at least, will close between 32 and 40 degrees. Typically, the first two to close will be Tennessee Tornado and Fire Chaser Express. So keep that in mind. There will be times, especially in the mornings, where those won't open because of the temperature. So keep that in mind. Now, the parking lot opens every day at 8 o'clock or 8:30. I believe it's 8 o'clock. So it opens 2 hours prior to um, park opening. The park itself will open around, I think it's 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Um, and you can only get so far till rope drop. Um, so keep that in mind. Now, the other thing is, if you're going to get a cinnamon bread, um, they have two places to get it. You have the grist mill, and then you have the bakery in the front. Um, so if you see, um, so the best thing to do is get it from the bakery in the front a lot of the times, because they're still going to be extremely hot, and you won't really have that line. The next thing is, um, just enjoy yourself. It's a great Christmas event. It's one of the biggest Christmas events out there. So it's one of those things you need to enjoy.